it's, what's the time? 20 to 7 in the evening, and the detox has finally won. I'm so tired, I cannot explain. I've got no energy. I haven't left the house. Well, I took a gentle walk to get my nails done. But apart from that, I've been in bed for 2 days straight, and it's been horrible. I'm joking, it hasn't been that bad. So I had my vegetable soup yesterday for breakfast, as you saw, and I had it again for lunch. By the time I'd finished lunch, I was ready for it to be over. Like, I couldn't look at that soup again. It really, the texture, the flavour, like, it was just gross. So then I had lunch at about 4 o'clock, because I still tried to keep 5 hours in between, and then I just couldn't face having it for dinner. I just went to bed. I was like, I can't look at it again. And then this morning I woke up dreading it, because I'd used 1.5 kilos of vegetables, so I felt like I should eat it all, but I didn't even hit 500 grams of vegetables yesterday. And today I had it for breakfast. I thickened it up. I made it really thick so that there was less of it, but it was still really gross. Had that at 8. And then at 1 o'clock, I already knew that I didn't want it. I was like, I can't, so I've just left it in the saucepan. And I've had some fresh tomatoes instead. I know, not very substantial, but it's part of my 1.5 kilos of vegetables. So I had, what was it, like 6 cherry tomatoes and 2 big tomatoes. Then I went to get my nails done, came back, went to bed, had a sleep. Now, again, I refuse to have the soup. I can't do it. I haven't got enough vegetables to do anything else exciting, and I don't have the energy to go to the shop. So I'm just gonna I've just cut open another 4 of those big tomatoes, and I'm gonna just like roast them. I don't know, I'm not like crazy hungry at the moment. I am hungry, but to be honest, I'd rather just go to bed than eat any of this. I'm sure it's fine. But actually, from doing the detox yesterday, so I actually lost 4 pounds in a day, which is good. I mean, I should have done. I didn't eat anything, but yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna give some measurements out to people, just so they know where I've started. It's a bit embarrassing. I don't really want to tell the whole world, but I'll just tell you. I'll tell you my weight. Okay, because it's really no big deal. So, when I was big, I told you I was 14 stone. Lost 4.5 stone, so I went down to 9 stone 6. That's the lowest that I have been. That's the lowest that I want to get back down to. Currently, well, okay, about 3 months ago, my highest weight was 11 stone 10. I mean, it was kind of after all you can eat sushi, but 11 stone 10 was my highest, which obviously really pissed me off, because I was still eating super healthy and I was still going to the gym, and I was 11 stone 10, and I got really annoyed, and I thought my body does not look the way that it should. So then my nutritionist told me this one useful fat which Metabolic Balance adheres to, and I recommend anyone who wants to lose weight do it like this. Just have 5 hours in between each meal. My friends are gonna be so bored because I've told them all this before, but it's to do with your insulin levels. So when you eat anything, insulin is released. No matter what you eat, insulin is released, and that insulin stays in your body for 2.5 hours. And while you have insulin in your body, you can't be burning fat. So if you're like I was eating every 2-3 hours, because I was told that it kept my metabolism active, but actually that meant I had insulin in my body the whole time. If insulin was in my body for 2.5 hours, I might have like 20 minutes without insulin where I'd be burning fat, and I would eat again and insulin would be up and down the whole time. Whereas if you eat every 5 hours, then you have breakfast, and then you've got 5 hours only having water. So that means that 2.5 hours you've got insulin in your body, and 2.5 hours you're burning fat just by doing nothing. And then you have lunch and it spikes again, and then it's in your body for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours you've got burning fat. And you just eat every 5 hours, and I I was eating exactly the same stuff. So instead of having, you know, yogurt for breakfast and then an apple 2 hours later and then some nuts 2 hours later as snacks and then lunch, I would just have my yogurt, apple and nuts at the same time, at the same meal. And by doing that, by eating the same stuff but just clumped together in 3 individual meals, I've actually lost, so I was 11.10, and then the day that I started this program, I was 11.2. So that was eating exactly the same stuff. I told you that I plateaued for months and months. And as soon as I started spacing out my meals 3 times a day, eating the same food, going out for dinner, I was in Portugal and I ate, didn't hold back with what I ate. You know, at breakfast, had a full-on English, had hash browns galore, and evenings I'd have pizza and sushi and pasta and God knows what else. But because I was eating, I had long times in between my meals where I was burning fat because I had no insulin. I managed to actually lose a pound, even though I was eating loads. So I just thought I'd let people know that obviously you don't have to pay a load of money to do metabolic balance if you just want to lose weight and you can't really find a solution. You can still eat reasonably nicely, but just having time separated. So that's just a little thing that I'm putting out there. 5 hours between, and that's what metabolic balance is. Like, you have breakfast and then have 5 hours just drinking water. Tea does count, coffee counts. Can't have any of that, it's just water. But give it a go. Like, the first few days it was really hard. I was really tired, I was getting used to it. Now it's just second nature. Like, I just don't even have breakfast at 8, lunch at 1, dinner at 6. Unfortunately, my schedule hasn't gone to plan because I fell asleep. So I'll have dinner in about 10 minutes because it's 10 to 7 now. Anyway, so yeah, now you know the measurements of me. So I was 11 stone, like 3 the day that I started, and then this morning I was 10 stone 13. So that was from the detox. I mean, I can show you, I might cut this out because it's probably a bit embarrassing, especially for my parents. I can show you what I look like now, and you're gonna say, like, you don't even look overweight, you don't look like this, blah blah blah. But being 11 stone for a 5'4" girl who goes to the gym all the time and eats really healthy, it's not fair. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not right. I should be less, and I don't look, my body doesn't reflect what I do. Yes, it's not fat. I know it's not, I know I don't look huge, but for me, from where I was, like, it's a big difference. Yeah, so I wasn't gonna show you what I look like, but I feel like it's quite good to do a video rather than a picture so that people can see it for what it is rather than like good angles. So I'm going to show you. I probably won't put this up, but we'll just try. Okay, so like you can see that I'm not like huge, but for someone who goes to the gym every day, I've still got stuff. So that was really embarrassing. I've actually gone red. I've actually gone the colour of my nails. Okay, I'm glad that one's over. I'm always definitely going to cut that. It depends how brave I am. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to eat my tomatoes for dinner, and then this whole detox can be put behind us, and I can start my meal plan tomorrow. Bye.